That was Winston revealing hidden musical talents in New Girl. Next up on Channel 4 is Inhaling Stereotypes, a documentary based on how youths are portrayed in the media.
A lot of the stories in the media are sensationalised, especially in regards to young people, and I think that for this reason that we need to kind of question the media and not just accept everything that's said to us.
The media have represented youths in a variety of ways, from youths having no morals when going out to party, appalling and rebellious behaviour when dealing with police,
scenes of people looting, vandalising, thieving, robbing.
Well, personally, I think it's the parents' fault. They need to control their children.
They've made a serious point, but they are in jeopardy of being completely undermined by the outrageous and violent actions of a small minority.
to being afraid of revealing who they really are inside.
The courage to tell my dad, it was a relief.
I'm gay.
Those feelings don't come natural, do they?
The London riots and the Student March have been key events which the media has used to represent young people in a negative way.
In the press, the youth got quite a bad time because I think a lot of people might have been under the impression that the riots were taken part in by mostly youths, but actually we found out since that isn't the case. Actually, a lot of people that are arrested were youths, but even more people that are arrested were actually adults, and a lot of them were teachers. A lot of them were, had really, really good jobs and people who you wouldn't expect to get involved with that kind of trouble. So yeah, I mean, perception is always going to be something that's not always close to the truth and how things have turned out.
I don't like the way the media portrayed the youths in the Student March. I think it's just unfair, really. I think the Student March was for a better reason than it was for the riots.
The media have distorted the images of youths through the London riots, as they specifically aired images and clips that show the nature of young people to be animalistic, irrational, thieves, and ungrateful of what they already have. I went to see some experts to see what they thought about how youths were represented through the London riots.
I think the media like to glamorise things, don't they? So they'll always make things sound 100 times worse than what they really are.
It's a really, it's an issue that's very current at the moment, how youth are represented in the media, particularly after the summer and the riots. I think that whilst there is a diversity of ways in which the media are represented, there was definitely a significant shift last summer in how young people are represented. There was a sort of a backlash of really quite negative stories about young people.
The media knows that young people don't have a voice, so they use it as their advantage. And they make us seem violent, but we just want to be heard.
Action taken by young people in order to fight for their future. But yet again, the media focus on the behaviour of the youths on the day rather than the reasons behind their pleas.
Well, firstly, I opposed the student fees and voted against them under a Labour government. They were wrong to do it, and I think it was setting off a trend which we are now seeing the consequences of.
I went to university to find out what students thought about how they were represented through the Student March.
We try to show the media that we are not lazy and we want to go far in life. But now we are fighting for our futures. They just make us look like troubled youth on the TV.
A major increase in university fees gave students the right to fight for their future in a student fee march protest.
Since the tuition fees for university has increased, I feel like university is only available for people who are much more wealthier now. If the increases happened 2 years ago, I probably wouldn't be where I am now.
Has the media paid more attention to ethnic minority youths within both the London riots and the Student March protest? Catch up with us after the break.